So a lot of our founder CEOs that I talk to, at some point in their journey have had to deal with some seriously heavy resistance, some challenges that came out of nowhere that kind of gave them a gut punch, right? Yeah. Have you had any of those moments, whether it was a customer, a serious sense of, am I ever going to get through this?
All the time, including today and this week. I get punched in the stomach constantly. And I'm very open about it. Like building a business, I do it because I love it. I mean, we're passionate about what we do. It's fun. But just like training in the gym or playing sports, you're going to get hit, you're going to get knocked down, and you're going to have games or days where you're like, I suck. Yeah. And we have those. I mean, I remember early on, we launched our product, we got it out into market, and we got our first round of feedback. You know, we brought on, I think, our first 60 customers. And I don't know that it was like a crisis, but like we started to see the blemishes in our product. We launched it. It was really meant for very, very small businesses. And we started to move up market and sell to larger and larger businesses. And we were able to get the sale done. But what happened was 60 days later, then the blemishes showed up. Like, oh, well, I can't use this with 60 people. This is maybe for 5 people, 5-person company. Those hurt. And they're embarrassing, and they create fear and anxiety, and they make you question your decision making. And those things happen all the time. We have a channel at Float called NPS detractors. So every single time a customer, including you, submits an NPS score and submits feedback, the entire company sees it simultaneously in a Slack channel. Wow. And every time I look at it, it makes my heart beat hard. And but I think what I've learned through all this stuff is these things are going to happen. It's not the avoidance of them happening. It's actually how you show up the next day. How can we learn from this? What can we do about this? We had moments in time where we grew our team too quickly. In 2022, we grew our team quite a bit. 2023, the end of 2023, we found a couple of parts of our business that were just not working that well. And while we were growing and we had capital, we just said, we got to pull back here. And we restructured some of our teams. You know, I stood up in front of the company and said, you know, these are some areas that things are just not working. And we got to take a step back and nail these motions before we hire 10, 20 people to do them. And those moments suck. There's like, I still feel that, but that's where entrepreneurs live. You live in the suck. And the reality is, as an entrepreneur, and if you're building a business, you don't need to get everything right. You need to get your product right most times. You need to get the people right. And you need to get your values right. And then you just need to give a damn. And that means that on, I'll give you another example. We rolled out, Flow was building so quickly, we didn't even have a billing system. So we actually told customers, this is what it costs to use Flow. We had no way to collect it. So this is 2020, early 2022 maybe, or maybe it was, early 2022. We said, we're rolling out a billing system. And the team was like, yeah, we're going to charge. And I said, we're not charging customers? And it's like, no, just like they've agreed to pay this price. And I'm like, well, damn, this is bad. So we launched this new billing system. I remember the engineer that came onto the team to launch it. It went out and it was a total mess. It emailed a bunch of our customers the wrong numbers. It pissed them all off. You know, we got really sensitive about that. You know, trust with customers is important. And I remember that night, it was like Friday at 8 p.m. And it's like, this is a total mess. And 20 of us got in a call and it was like, we're all working through the weekend. That's it. We'll get through the bottom. We'll get to the bottom of it. Every single customer we're going to reach out to, we're going to explain what happened, we're going to apologize, we're going to make it right, and then we got to fix this billing system and we need to relaunch it. And that's one of those moments where you go, there's no hours, there's no days, there's no weekends. This is our reputation. And this is a moment that we have potentially, broken trust with some of our customers. And I think that's the kind of attitude you kind of always have to have, because those moments happen.